Hey yo, this is Globku from Magical Noob, and these are the upcoming video game releases for May 2015. Coming out sometime in May is Attack on Titan: Humanity in Chains for 3DS. It's been out in Japan since Christmas of 2013, so there is a lot of gameplay available out there if you want to see it. But this new release also supports the new Nintendo 3DS directional stick for smoother camera movement. Metal Slug Defense comes out on Steam on May 1st. This is a mobile port that uses Metal Slug characters in a tower defense game. It also features 4-player multiplayer and is free to play, but early reviews seem to say that this is totally a pay-to-win game, which would be a total shame. Reverse Side puts you on the dark side of the moon. You play as Gregory Klimov. You're the only surviving member of your crew, which has crashed on the moon. It seems that you found some alien spacecraft out there, and now, with your crew dead, you must fight for your own survival. Everyone knows Risk, the tabletop game. Lux Deluxe is a fast-paced version of that. Seek world domination, not only of Earth, but over 900 maps. Play against the AI or in an online multiplayer league. It looks kind of fun. Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is a standalone expansion and a prequel to Wolfenstein: The New Order. That means you don't need the original game to play this one. But this is very much based on that engine and gameplay mechanics. The plot of The Old Blood is split into two interconnected series, both taking place before The New Order. And in the first one, we're breaking into Castle Wolfenstein once again. The Music Machine comes out on the best day of the year, which is my birthday, so make sure to direct all of your presents to my bank account, my friends. But anyway, this game is a narrative-focused horror adventure, and I do like the art style quite a bit. It seems that the story surrounds a teenage girl and a vindictive ghost who's possessing her. Devolver Games is publishing another pixelized murder simulator. No, it's not Hotline Miami 3, it's not a hero. This time it's a side-scroller. It's a mix of run and gun and cover-based gameplay. Rolling, dodging, and diving into cover, all across 9 different selectable characters. And dynamic missions, where SWAT teams, gun-toting elderly, helicopter gunships, pandas, or suicidal samurais could just pop out of nowhere mid-level. Project Cars is finally coming out after being delayed 3 times. This game was fully funded by the developers and the community without the aid of any traditional publishers. It is a simulation type of driving game, which intends to represent a realistic simulation like Gran Turismo and Forza, but it will also support the Oculus Rift and the upcoming PlayStation 4's Project Morpheus. Shrooms is an open-world survival game. Yeah, I know, it's another one of those. But the gimmick with this one is that anything you eat in the world will change your body quite significantly. You can get wings, superpowered legs that run faster and jump higher, and even breathe underwater. Final Fantasy IV: The After Years has been fully remade with a 3D engine for iOS, and now it's coming to the PC. This is a sequel to the original Final Fantasy IV, taking place nearly 2 decades after the original game. The classic and iconic turn-based battle system is back with an enhanced look for Steam. Invisible Inc. is brought to you by Clay Entertainment, the guys who made Shank and Mark of the Ninja, this time with a turn-based strategy game with roguelike elements. The gameplay is inspired by XCOM, but with a stealth and espionage approach. In each playthrough, you take the role of an agent, and your agency is threatened to end in 5 days of game time, so in order to win, you have to eliminate the threat, which could be a variety of things. Really interesting concept. Toren is a game where you play as a child at first and you grow throughout your adventure. Your goal is to climb the tower, known as Toren, in a journey to find your purpose. It's almost like you're playing as a princess that got tired of waiting for her prince to rescue her, so you just decided to do it yourself. Lemma is a first-person parkour game. Mirror's Edge, right? Yeah, you can think of it that way, but it's not just a parkour game. Every single move can change the environment. Walls can pop out of nowhere, you can destroy them as well. It's a wonderful physics-driven world of voxels. It's also got a story with different endings, Oculus Rift support, and a level editor integrated with a Steam Workshop. Sounds like the perfect playground for a parkour gaming community. Home is Where One Starts is a first-person narrative-driven exploration game, aka walking simulator. It's inspired by other titles of the same genre like Dear Esther and Gone Home. Whether it's as good as those games remains to be seen, but my fingers are crossed. The Witcher 3 is the big release of the month. Embark on the last chapter of the Witcher adventure, which seems to have improved on everything over the previous games. The fighting system, a dynamic day and night cycle that influences the power of some monsters, realistic AI, and a world that is 30 times larger than the previous games. 30 times! And according to the developers, it is not necessary to have played the previous games to fully enjoy Wild Hunt, which is good, because I didn't really like the previous ones. Swords and Soldiers 2 is the sequel to the side-scrolling strategy game with the same name. The Vikings are led once again by their chieftain Redbeard, but this time they're facing demons. 20 story missions, plus skirmishes, buy units, cast spells, build structures, and overwhelm your enemies on a 2D battleground. Carmageddon Reincarnation. So, I spoke about this game last month, but turns out it was postponed after I made that video. You can expect the full vehicular carnage experience to arrive at your PC on May 21st. Magicka 2, learn to spell again. These Magicka games crack me up. They have the right kind of humor, not only in writing but also in gameplay. It's very easy to accidentally cast something you didn't want to and end up killing your teammates. So far it seems Magicka 2 will be very similar to the first game, but honestly, that's okay. As long as it has a new story with fresh jokes, I'm down for the ride. On the same day, we have another port of Ultra Street Fighter 4, this time for the PlayStation 4. This version will feature 5 new characters and 6 new stages, along with everything that's in the other versions, including DLC. And the last release we have for the month is Splatoon. This is a Wii U exclusive third-person shooter, but instead of bullets, you're shooting paint. Painting the ground gives you several advantages, like swimming in your own ink for increased movement speed and to sneak up on enemies, as well as damage your enemies when they're stepping on your ink. With a high level of customization, different game modes, and even a single-player campaign, Splatoon looks like a must-have for Wii U owners. And those were the 20 releases I've chosen to highlight this month. As usual, there are a lot more, from the obscure to the uninteresting. We could really just be here all day if I decided to cover everything. But nevertheless, are you excited about any of the games on this list? Let us know in the comments below. While you're down there, click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I've been Globku. Take care, everyone. See you next time.